The camps of Israel by design. Every detail in the Old Testament is there by design, and that design will always point to Christ. And with the camp of Israel, it seems to be the case too. In Numbers 2, a census is being taken of the people in the camp, a census of the population. Jesus said, "The volume of the book is written of me." Let's see if this plays out here. As we go through those 12 tribes, we discovered that not only they enumerated not the total population, but the population that's over 20 able to go to war. They camp in four camps. Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun are the camp of Judah. Reuben, Simeon, and Gad are the tribe of Reuben, or the camp of Reuben. Ephraim, Manasseh, and Benjamin, those three tribes become the camp of Ephraim, and the tribes Dasher, Asher, and Naphtali would be the camp of Dan. And we have the numbers here. And if you take the numbers of the camps, that'll turn out to be significant. The camp of Judah is the largest, 186,000. The camp of Ephraim, the smallest, with 108,000. The other two are about 150,000. And then there was the Levites' camp, about 22,000 in the middle, where the tabernacle stood. The camp of Judah was to camp east of the Levites, the camp of Reuben, to the south of the Levites, whatever the width of the Levites was. Reuben camps to the south, and his symbol was the man. Ephraim would be to the west, symbol of the ox. And then we have Dan, who originally was a serpent. Ahasuer didn't like that too well, so they replaced it with a serpent in an eagle's mouth, which later became the eagle. Those are the four emblems of the four tribes. Okay, so let's stand back and take an aerial view of what's going on here. We have Judah, 186,000. We have Ephraim, the smallest, 108. If you stand back from this, what does the camp of Israel look like? Here you have a sketch, and if you were Balaam on top of the hill prophesying over Israel, you'd be looking at a cross. If you were to fly over the camp of Israel during its wilderness wanderings, that was what you would be seeing. What's also interesting here is the four emblems also are familiar to us as the emblems of the four faces of the cherubim surrounding the throne of God. So the camp seems to have modeled itself after the throne of God, with the tabernacle in the middle and the man, ox, eagle, and lion, representing the four gospels. Lion being Matthew, the lion of the tribe of Judah. Son of Man being Luke's gospel. The servanthood of an ox being represented by Mark's gospel and John the eagle. Hermeneutics, your theory of interpretation, is that most of us in the West tend to think of prophecy as prediction plus fulfillment. The Hebrew model, though, see prophecy also as pattern as way of means God communicates. Jesus and the cross connotation can be seen here as Jesus is the angel of the Lord, Yahweh, during Israel's desert wanderings. Jesus as the angel of Yahweh is pointed out by Paul and Jesus himself in 1 Corinthians 10:9, Jude 5:5, John 17:11, to name a few. To further on this, Exodus 23:20-23. God says, "Behold, I send an angel before you to keep you in the way and to bring you into the place which I have prepared." This angel has God's authority to forgive or not forgive sins, which suggests divine identity as only God can forgive sins. Exodus 14:19. The angel of God moves to protect Israel at the Red Sea, standing between them and the Egyptian army. Numbers 22:22-35. The angel of the Lord confronts Balaam, showing both protective and disciplinary roles. Judges 2:1-4, after the wilderness years. The angel reminds Israel of God's covenant and rebukes them for disobedience. Divine authority. The angel speaks as God himself, not just as a messenger. Forgiveness of sins. Only God can forgive sins, yet the angel is described as having this power. Foreshadowing Christ. Just as Jesus later leads his followers, the angel led Israel, guiding, protecting, and disciplining. Continuity. This interpretation emphasizes that Christ's work didn't begin in the New Testament. He was present throughout salvation history. In summary, we see the wilderness wanderings weren't just about Israel learning obedience. They were also about God, through the angel of the Lord, showing his constant presence and can be seen as the reincarnate Christ, actively shaping Israel's journey and preparing the way for his incarnation.